Hello, welcome to A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Garden. I'm Anne.
And I'm Tom.
And we are aspiring homesteaders. We currently live in a city, in a trailer, in a very lot of rules, restriction kind of trailer court. So we can't do everything that we want to do, but we are going to kind of work on our skills over the next few years until we can get to the point where we can have our own homestead. And so one of the skills that I do not have is gardening. I'm not very good at growing things, but I had the most success with doing a little windowsill herb garden. So we're gonna set that up again today. I just bought a kit off of Amazon. There are a million of them, pick one. This one just had herbs that I particularly like in it. We've got chives, parsley, basil, and cilantro. And those are all ones that I will use. The first thing we gotta do is, it comes with this soil disc. We have to expand the soil disc. It's gonna take 4 to 8 cups of water that's about 120 degrees. Well, here we go. We're gonna start, and it's supposed to get 6 to 8 times its original size. I'm not supposed to touch it.
Yeah.
What the dog doing?
Okay, so now we're supposed to go in and break up any chunks, and then we gotta let it cool. All right, that looks, there's no like hard big chunks anymore. Now we have to let that cool off a little bit. I'm assuming it's probably not great to plant seeds in hot soil. So we'll join you back here in just a few minutes. All right, we are back. The soil is cooled. Tom's gonna pot up the soil.
All right.
It came with these little burlap sack pots.
Probably make a little bit of a mess here. We'll clean it up later.
What the dog doing?
Got dirt all over the doggone place. But there you go.
All right, now it is time to put the seeds in. I did have to soak the seeds for 18 to 24 hours before doing this. We're gonna get these planted. This is the chive seeds. And I'm just gonna kind of put them around here. We don't know which ones are gonna germinate and which ones aren't. I keep hearing from the gardeners on YouTube that you should not plant it deeper than twice the width, like the depth, maybe twice the width. And then we'll sprinkle a little bit of soil, but not very much because those were tiny seeds. All right, that is the chives. Done. Hooray!
Hooray, chives.
This one's gonna be parsley. All right, these are really teensy. We're just gonna sprinkle them over the top. I've been watching a lot of people garden and homestead on YouTube to learn what I can. They keep saying to me that seeds want to grow.
Yeah.
These plants want to grow.
I've seen that.
I'm not gonna be too picky or too fussy about it. I don't have the mental capacity for being really fussy about it. We're gonna give it a shot and we'll see how it goes. All right. Next we have the basil seeds.
They're so teeny tiny. They're probably.
Those are the tiniest of
Yeah, wow.
of the 4. Okay, can I get any of these? Here we go. That's way more than 10.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, that could probably cause them to not germinate if there's too many in there too. Well, in these I might just let kind of sit on the top because these are so teeny. This is the most challenging part, is getting the little baby seeds off my finger. I'll just kind of push them down a little bit so that they have contact with the soil. That's a thing I hear. All right, so that was basil. And here's our lovely mess.
What the dog doing?
Our final one
Back to the action.
is cilantro. These were the biggest seeds here. In a little bowl that my child, who is filming us right now, who is 21 years old, used as a baby.
I've been eating out of this for forever. I know this guy.
Since these are the biggest, I can put a little more soil on the top of them, but still not very much because they're still fairly small. That's like 4. These I can actually probably count. All right, put a little bit more on them. The other ones, look at all this potting soil that I have left over.
Oh, so cute.
But there's the last one. All right, well, thank you for joining us today. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.